for the Q&A. Okay. So good day, everyone. I know some of you are still coming, but don't worry, our host will be the one to take care of them. So again, I am Sarah Jane Dalton, and yes, Daphne's financial advisor and also a unit manager of AXA. So thank you for reaching out through Daphne's TikTok post about health insurance. So we truly appreciate your interest. Daphne is also here with us today, and later on, she'll be sharing for her personal experience, which I'm sure many of you will find helpful and inspiring. So also thank you for taking the time to join this session and for your messages. We know everyone has a busy schedule, so we really value your time being here. Right? So this afternoon, we'll walk you through AXA's Healthcare Access Plan. Ano ba talaga si AXA HCA? What it covers, how it works, and how it can help protect and your family from unexpected medical expenses. We'll also guide you step by step on how to get insured. So we'll have a very quick and easy process discussion at the end of this session. So stay tuned. Don't just leave the session, and questions will be entertained later on. Okay? I'll just speak Tagalog and English mix because I believe some of you are from Manila and some areas in the Philippines, and I think some of you are also from outside the country. It's 2:03. Let's start. You can also take down notes if you want. Right? So let's give you the introduction of AXA's Healthcare Access. Okay, reminding you again to rename yourselves, guys. First name, your age, and your gender. Turn on your videos if you can, for full participation. Also, so I can see your faces as well. Makita namin ni Daphne sino yung nagte-text sa amin. And also, for the question and answer later on, you can use the chat box at the end of the presentation. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so first, I already introduced myself. Let me introduce to you AXA. Okay, AXA as a company. So first, AXA is based in Paris, France, established in 1916, and we've been in the insurance industry for more than 200 years already. So with that 200, to be exact, 209 years this year. So with that years, we have already made our presence in 64 countries in North America, South Asia Pacific, and all around Europe. And we are also very proud to say that AXA has been awarded as the global brand by Interbrand in 2023. And not just for 1 year, but for 10 consecutive years. We are also part of the global brands among Apple, Tesla, Netflix, Google, Coca-Cola, LV. Are they all familiar to you? Yes, AXA is part of those 500 Fortune companies in the list. And we are also the official insurer of NBA and football clubs. So you can see LeBron James and Stephen Curry can wear AXA jersey. So these are our ambassadors as well because we are the official insurer. And of course, in the Philippines, we are in partnership with Metrobank. That's why some of you are, I'm sure, familiar with AXA if you have been to Metrobank branches all around the Philippines. Right. So we all know that we all have dreams in life. Do you have dreams in life, everyone? You can type in the chat box if you want to participate. So one of our dreams could be to have a happy and healthy family. Ganyan naman talaga, especially for Filipinos like us. Very family-oriented. No, as simple as being able to take care of your loved ones as they go about their day-to-day life, focusing on being well while you reach for goals and aspiration. That is really one of the most or the highest dreams, no, sa mga Filipino families, no. But The reality is that you and your family, no, are at risk of health emergencies. Sino bang naka-experience na with mga medical emergencies dito? They are very uncertain, di ba? That's why most hospitalization expenses are mainly out of pocket because not everyone was able to prepare. And that will also mean that it can deplete your savings, no? Supposed to be meant for household budget. No? So how do we cope with these unexpected medical expenses? Most Filipinos would do one or more of the following. It's either they save money before the emergency arises, or during the emergency, they borrow, call a friend, or they prepare for what we call HMO, a hospitalization plan. Another reality is that, as we see primary health care cost, ito na, if you haven't experienced hospitalization, well, take it from those people who have experienced. No? Doctor's consultation per visit can range from 500 pesos to 1,500. Emergency room can cost per visit 3,000 to 4,500 yan. Hospitalization cost for, let's say, dengue, very common. It can range or it can start from 100,000. That's just average cost, excluding pa yan ang laboratory fees. Now, when we talk about hospitalization cost when a person is diagnosed with one of the major critical conditions, let's say, for example, acute heart attack, it can lead us to have 1.5 million cost lang yan, no? Sometimes within 7 days lang yan. Lung cancer can cost 2.8 million, and for the stroke, it can have an average cost of 2.5 million. Okay, so diagnostic and treatment cost only, not including rehabilitation. Okay. Now, with the savings that you have right now, from hard-earned money, or with the money that we borrow from friend, or even some of you you already have healthcare plan, will they be enough? As the reality, the cost continue to rise. Yes, hindi lang po bigas or gasolina ang nagtataas. Every year, you must consider also the rise in medical goods and services. That's what we call medical inflation. Can you see the PH inflation over the years, in terms of medical? In 2022, going to 2023 up to 2025, the cost now have rises from 15.5% up to 18.3%. Sometimes mas mataas pa nga, mas mataas pa sa tuition fee ng education, mas mataas pa sa basic commodity, that's 18.3% ang itinaas from last year pa yan na source. Now, for this year, tumaas na naman ang gasoline, and I'm sure everything tataas, including medical bill. Okay. In 2024, Philippine Statistics Authority reported that 42.7% of health expenditure is from out of pocket. Meaning, tayo mismo ang naglabas ng pera para ibayad sa hospital bills for us or for our family. Now, your savings and daily household budget are spent for health emergencies instead. Supposed to be pang education sa kids yun, supposed to be pang groceries yun, or pang bayad ng other bills, but it became the expense for hospital bill. Now, your health is your most important resource, but this may be at risk because of possible medical expenses. Now, even with savings, it still might fall short as you address the growing cost of being in a medical emergency. So that's why we're here to protect that, Put your family's well-being first. So go further in protecting and caring for your family's healthcare needs with the help of AXA. Now here, let me share to you, this is how it looks like to have AXA healthcare access in a form of card. You will have cashless transaction in cases of emergency, inpatient or outpatient. This is our most comprehensive health protection. Very flexible, and later on you will see, it's also affordable. It is designed to match your family's needs and budget. So again, hospitalization, surgery, emergency, preventing coverage with access to medical protection even beyond retirement, for you and your family, available na to through Access Healthcare Access. Okay, and you can have a picture of your family, being protected with Access Healthcare Access. Just a very quick, summary of how does this work, or ano ba ang coverage ng healthcare access. Okay? Ito, you have inpatient care. You also have outpatient care, emergency care, longevity health fund. We'll tackle that later on. Life and accident insurance is part of it. You will also have annual physical exam and dental care. All of these are in the package of Healthcare Access Prime. Now, let's give a more detailed look no, on the coverage. Let's talk about the inpatient care coverage. Ito talaga yung pinakamahal, isa sa pinakamahal na rason no, na mabayaran natin sa hospital bill kapag na-admit na sa hospital. This is what we call inpatient care. Admission to. Okay, now you can choose from the plan benefit. From 500,000, we have 1 million, we have 2 million, 4 million, and maximum of 5 million coverage you can choose from. Okay? Annual benefit limit, ABL ang tawag niyan. That means that's your yearly benefit, maximum benefit. Okay, now, for the room and board category, kasi admit na tayo, covered tayo sa room. No? So, we already have regular private from 4,500, even mag 1 million also, 4,500 din ang budget, and up to the 5 million. No? Diyan, of course, the higher the coverage, the bigger and the nicer is your room. But kahit sa 500 to 1 million coverage only, you will already be taken care of by regular private. Magandang room na yan, no? Nationwide, Manila or Visayas. Professional fees and other hospital charges are also charged up to your annual benefit limit. Mahal ang mga surgeons, no? What if tatlong surgeon ang kailangan? Those are covered up to the limit. Kung 1 million ang coverage niyo, then 1 million din ang limit niyan. Land ambulance services, I know meron tayo sa government, but what if hindi din available? Don't worry, you are also covered up to 3,000 per service. Okay? Pre- and post-hospitalization outpatient treatment, meaning kapag meron tayong kailangan na outpatient na treatment, no, na i-ask kay doc, bago tayo i-treat no, with that surgery, for example, and if it requires you to have admission muna no, para sa monitoring, you have 90 days prior to that surgery, no? And also, during surgery, covered din yan sa outpatient later on. So, after surgery, may mga monitoring pa na kailangan. You're also covered up to 90 days na. 90 days from the date na nagawa yung mga treatments or surgery mo. So, covered din yung inpatient niyan. Okay, surgical procedures, ito. Ito mga mahal. Chemotherapy, radiology, CT scans, ultrasound, angioplasty. Take note, ito din yung mga things, no, mga surgical procedures na hindi kasama sa ibang HMO na local. But sa atin, we are all covered with all these up to the limit. No? For example, 5 million ang limit niyo. So don't worry, mahal naman ang chemotherapy, radiology, mahal yan lahat, angioplasty, but they are all covered up to your limit. Okay? Perfusions. Ito naman, the following below, meron na tayong tinatawag na inner limit. No? Inner limit is something you can take down note because these are also very limited, no? Limited lang sila sa certain percentage or certain amount. No? So, perfusion scan, up to 10% lang ng yung annual benefit limit. Again, annual benefit limit is, for example, 1 million yung coverage nyo, or annual benefit limit nyo, 10% of that, that's how much? 100,000 na ang covered. Meron tayong PET scan, that's only up to 10,000. But don't worry, the amount here no, are well studied. No? Usually, ang actual amount nito, if you pay it for the hospital, mas lower pa. No? So we give you higher coverage for this. Organ or tissue transplant, kapag kayo ang nagpa-organ transplant, hindi yung kayo ang hindi kayo ang donor, no? Kapag kayo ang donor, hindi covered. Pero kung kayo ang lalagyan ng organ or tissue transplant, you have a coverage of this on a screen that's around 20% no, of your annual benefit limit. So eye laser treatments and cataract surgery, excluding cost of lens, up to 10% yan sa yung annual limit. Sports-related injuries, maximum lang tayo ng 10,000 per year. Okay? Now, let's talk about the outpatient care benefit. Ito naman yung mga instances na you don't need to get admitted sa hospital. A few visits sa doctor, a few laboratories, pero pwede rin maging mahal. No? So, outpatient limit, you can see here, inner limit nito, kung 500,000 coverage ka, you have 25,000. Kapag 1 million, 50,000 ang coverage mo. Pag 2 million, 75,000. 4 million, 100,000. At kapag 5 million, 125,000 ang limit mo yearly. So covered dito medical consultation or mga laboratories no na i-ask ni doc, covered siya up to the limit. Kasama na mga laboratory test, diagnostic exam, blood test, x-ray, charge siya up to the limit sa outpatient. Allergy testing and also vaccine administration. No? So allergy testing meron siyang inner limit. Okay, now another expensive way to visit the hospital. Just like I think Daphne, no, recently, no, that was an emergency care, no, so emergency care coverage covered tayo. And the good thing about Access Healthcare Access, ang emergency natin na limit is up to your annual benefit limit. No? Kasi ang iba sa local HMO natin, nililimit pa nila yung emergency. Mahal ang emergency times 2 times 3 sa regular price. No? So, emergency hospitalization and local and accredited hospitals are charged up to your limit. Okay? So, mga non-accredited na hospital, covered pa rin tayo, but that is through reimbursement. But take note, kapag reimbursement siya, kailangan sa area na yan, wala talagang clinic or hospital na tumatanggap ng AXA. Okay? But don't worry about it, marami tayong accreditation. Okay? Lahat ng mga major and even minor hospitals in the Philippines. Now, your plan is also comes with annual physical exam. You don't need to get sick para mapakinabangan mo yung plan mo. But this is what we call awareness or preventive na mga coverage. No? So, wala pang nararamdaman, pero you can already have checked what's inside your body because sometimes walang mga simptomas ang mga major illnesses, no? Sometimes it can start from a mild something. Kapag hindi na-check, magiging malala in the future baka, no? So this will help you have the preventive care, no? For 500,000 basic 7 tayo, andyan ang list sa taas for the basic 7. For 1 million plan, marami na tayong mga kasama na mga procedures. Mayroon ng ECG, pap smear, no? Ang mga other blood tests. And 2 million has more. And of course, up to the 5 million limit, mas marami na. Mayroon na mga whole abdomen ultrasound. Kasama na dyan makikita kung mayroon na bang gallstone, no, na nabubuo or kidney stone. No? Baka ano naman kinakain natin, hindi natin namalayan. No? So for most Filipinos, hindi talaga uso magpa-check up. No? Regular Filipinos, pupunta lang ng hospital kapag sobrang sakit na, no? But we don't need to do that, especially to our family. We can prevent this through our annual physical exam. Okay? Of course, ito din ang isa. You don't need to get sick to also take advantage of your plan. Dental care and optical care. Now, with your regular plan, kasama na lahat ang dental care nito. No, dental consultation and examination, orthodontic consultation are also covered. Mayroon namang covered sa braces and malpositioning of teeth kapag consultation lang. But the brace itself, hindi siya kasama. Okay, covered siya once a year. Mayroong simple tooth extractions and emergency dental treatments, kasama yan. Once a year din, no? And then cleaning, ito yung maganda, no? Mayroon tayong oral prophylaxis, covered siya twice a year. So every 6 months naman talaga dapat, no? Tooth fillings, yung tinatawag ng pasta sa ngipin, no? Temporary and permanent. We have temporary fillings, unlimited yan. Itong permanent fillings, up to 4 teeth per year, no? So lahat ng mga ngipin natin na may mga butas-butas, pwede na nating temporary or permanent filling. Now, for the optical care, this is optional only. No? So, if you go for optical care, this is what we call rider. No? If you want to add on this one, no, tataas din konti yung babayaran natin. No? So, because this is not included in the regular rate. But we'll give you later on, those who are renamed, no, we'll give you a free quotation later on. Okay? So, in a summary, in one page, makikita natin lahat ng coverage dito. Okay, again, from 500,000 to 5 million yung coverage natin. Kasama na annual, that's the annual limit na. Kasama ang inpatient, room and board category, emergency care treatment, outpatient care treatment, annual physical exam, dental care. Ito, life and accident insurance, meron din pala. Yes, we have a little bit no na may konting share tayo sa life and accident insurance. Ano ba yan? It's a form of cash ito. This, no, through kapag may death, no, that will arise, or may accident that will lead to death, family members will receive, no, kasi yung beneficiary na lagay mo, will receive certain amount of money. That's 10% of your annual benefit limit. Kapag 1 million, they will receive 100,000. Kasi may gastos din yan, upon death. And ito pa, one of the things that I'm happy to share with you, itong local HMO na ito, covered tayo up to age 75. Most local HMO is until 60 or 65 or even 70 lang, no? So tayo, we are covered until age 75. And what happens after, no? Meron tayong tinatawag na Longevity Health Fund. On the age of 76, wala ka ng coverage niyan. But don't worry, AXA will continue to take care of you. We will give back a portion of what you have paid. So we have 50% of your annual benefit limit will turn into cash. Pwede natin gamitin to continue with the treatments or medication or kahit i-travel nyo, no? Whatever is the reason, but we'll give it to you in cash at age 76. Okay, 500 kapag 500,000 coverage, 250,000 kapag 1M, 500,000 and so on. That's 10%. That's 50% pala, no? Malaki. 50% of your annual benefit limit will go to you at age 76 in a form of cash. Okay? Now, this is how it looks like. Now, get more of our HCA plan because you deserve no less. And these are a few of the services also that we offer to further with the benefits. Meron tayong teleconsultation, na 24/7 access to a doctor via My Pocket Doctor. So ngayon mahal na ang gas, parang ayaw mo nang magpa-check up sa doctor kapag konti lang, ubo-ubo lang, o may sipon lang, gusto mo lang ng prescription, you can take the access through our teleconsultation at the comfort of your own house. For free po yan. 24/7 and real doctors ang makakausap ninyo. And you will be given prescription, don't worry with that. No? Meron tayong mental health counseling professionals right there at your fingertips. Just click on the Mind You na app. We will guide you through that when ma-approve na yung application ninyo. So, meron din tayong over 2,000 accredited physicians, clinics, and hospital via MaxiCare. Yes, partner natin si MaxiCare. And this is why marami tayong affiliated na doctors and hospitals. No, kahit mga clinics nga, so big hospitals and small hospitals and clinics are mostly tumatanggap ng healthcare access ni AXA. Kapag tatanggap sila ng MaxiCare, tatanggap din sila ng AXA Healthcare Access because we made our partnership. Okay. So that's all for the benefits, no? Ang dami nating benefits sa healthcare access. And I'm sure you are also very excited to finally hear from our guest speaker, Miss Daphne Maata, one of my clients, Gen Z, batang-bata pa, but she made the right decision talaga in getting healthcare access. And I'm sure she has a lot to share to you, real life experiences. So help me welcome everyone, our TikTok poster for Healthcare Access, Daphne Maata.
Hi,
Hello, Daph.
everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Okay.
you.
All right. Yeah, so I think most of you here are from yung mga commenters at mga nag-message sa akin sa TikTok. So I'm here to share with you when did I started to get insurance and why did I get the insurance. So way back 2022 and way back 2022, I was rushed to the emergency room, and then that time I don't have PhilHealth, I don't have anything, and then I spent 4 hours in the emergency room, and then after that, like wala talaga kaming like money like that. And then after 4 hours in emergency room, they did lots of tests with me. They asked me to do ultrasound. And then yung first na ano talaga na symptoms na na-feel ko doon is yung sumakit yung tiyan ko the whole night. And then the next morning dinala nila ko sa ER, and then after 4 hours, they find out that it's just an urinary tract infection, yung UTI. And then, sa billing during the billing, my bill was like 12,800 something. It's just 4 hours in the ER, and then it was already 12,000. And then, we paid from our pocket in that amount. Kasi if we don't pay, like every hour nag-accumulate yung bill namin sa ER. So that was 2022, and then the next year 2023 I got my first job, my first online job. And then I made a promise to myself that that's gonna be my first investment, like to get an health insurance, because I'm a part-time virtual assistant. I'm still currently studying in University of San Carlos here in Cebu, but I'm also working part-time. And then my work right now, they don't provide these benefits like health insurance or something, sick leave, something like that. So that's why the first thing that I did was to get the health insurance, because that's my priority. Kasi like wala pa akong plan to get a life insurance or like yung mga death benefits. So I first reached out to Miss Sarah, and then like she introduced me like, yeah, what she asked me, what's your priority now? You want to get, like, we have health insurance, we have life insurance, we have retirement. And then I told her like, yeah, my priority now is health. So she introduced me the healthcare access prime plan. So which she introduced me like it has already an HMO. And then also their local hospitalization benefit range from 500K to 500M. So I she quoted me the 500K to 500K and 1 million, because I asked her if I can ask the quotation for the 500K coverage and the 1 million coverage. And then like I realized then na medyo like maliit lang yung gap ng monthly or the quarterly ng 500K to 1M. So I decided to get the 1 million. And then after that, I started to use the benefits of the insurance that I have. So I was able to do my annual checkup. So it was so like smooth lang. Like you just have to show up in the like diagnostic center, and then they will like guide you like, yeah, you have to do this. And then after all the tests, you will go to the doctor inside the diagnostic center while they do the annual checkup. And then the doctor will ask you like, yeah, this is the result, yeah, like that. May mga na feel ka ba, like mga symptoms, something like that. And then I was also able to use the teleconsultation, because as far as I remember last year, I missed my midterm exam because nagkasakit ako. But I don't want to go out. I don't want to go to the clinic. I like to the doctor to like um ask for a prescription. So what I did is I used the teleconsultation. So I called the number, and then someone answered me, and yeah, ano pong mga symptoms, like ano po nafe-feel niyo. It was like back pain for me. And then the doctor went on the phone with me. And then he also sent me, after that, he also sent me the prescription. And then after that, I told him that if I can get a medical certificate. It was so fast. Like after 5 minutes of asking the medical certificate, I received an email of my med cert. So the next day, I was able to bring the med cert with me at the school because I missed the exam. And then after that, I was also able to use my OB/GYN visits. And then I had also the dental services. As you can see now, I have braces, but I can also um, use the dental services in the healthcare, like the cleaning and the tooth filling. So I was able to use that even though my braces is not covered, but I was able to use it for the cleaning and tooth filling. And then I also had my ENT visits, so I was able to get my ears clean. So I didn't know that it's covered. So nagpapa-clean ako ng ears every year. And then the laboratory test, like for my OB/GYN visits, she usually asks me for some tests before she prescribe me or like um give me the diagnosis of my symptoms right now. And then she like asked me like, yeah, you should go to this, and then and we'll see if anong result ng ano test mo. And then recently, it was like last week, March 26, 2025. I would not forget that day. So it was early in the morning. I had naghina na like nanghihilo ako, yung sakit yung ulo ko. So it was 5 a.m. in the morning. I was rushed to the emergency room. And then I went to message Miss Sarah na, Miss, like, yeah, na-ER ako ngayon. And then like she reassured me like don't worry, gang, I'll it's covered. But I'm not sure because like um during our first like yung when I get the insurance, she told me like it's not there's an instances that AXA won't cover everything. It just depends lang kung ano yung like kalalabasan. So like that time like I was like yeah maybe like there's some part of the bill na covered but I still have to pay. So that time I was like okay lang, at least my part na cover. So after the whole day in the ER, like they observed me and then like the first medicine that they gave me, it didn't work. So they have to give me another pain reliever, and then that one worked. And then that's when the doctor observed me like, yeah, how do you feel? Like, okay ka na? Like, as I told her, like, yeah, naging okay naman. And then they told us na, um, we don't have to put you in admission naman kasi the the medicine work naman. So I was like, oh, okay, doc. And then tomorrow you just have to do your follow-up checkup. So that's when I got my discharge instruction. And then that time, my brother was the one who worked on the billing. So my brother went to the billing, and the only thing he bring was my card, the blue card, the AXA card, the one that Miss Sarah showed you, the blue one. And then I also gave him my credit card because I told him if ever my portion pa akong babayaran, you can use my credit card. So my brother was there in the billing station for only 20 minutes because he told me like, yeah, when he sit there, yung taga-hospital yung nag-call sa AXA, like, yeah, they told me that, like, yeah, Daphne is here in Chonghua. Here's her Maxa number. Here's her, like, AXA number. And then after that, my brother went back to ER and then my brother explained me, like, yeah, ito yung bill natin. So, there was three highlighted in my bill. Sir, can you, like, yeah. Yeah, so there's three of this was highlighted. They told my brother na, AXA won't cover the three. So like yeah, so I told my brother like how much yung three. So around 1,800. So as out from the 6,000 na hospital plus yung professional fee ng doctor. I don't know how much, maybe it's like 3,000 to 4,000 yung professional fee ng doctor na nag-ano sa akin sa ER. So out of 8,000 or 9,000, 1,800 na lang yung babayaran ko. So I was like, okay, it's okay lang, you can use my credit card, sabi ko sa brother. So pag sign ko, bumalik siya sa billing kasi. And then, tinawagan niya ako pagdating sa billing, sabi niya, yung 80 pesos na lang daw yung cover mo, yung sa wristband. So you can see here, may na-highlight na wristband. Yung wristband sa hospital na may name, patient number, yung date of birth. So sabi ko, talaga ba? Sabi niya, oo, 80 pesos lang yung babayaran natin. So doon like natawa ako. So natawa ako sa kanya, nagbiro ako, sabi ko, bigyan mo na lang sila ng bigyan mo sila ng 100, ibigay mo na lang yung 20 kasi 80 lang yung ano namin. So doon ko na realize, and then my brother also realized na ang importante pala kasi what if babayaran namin everything, even the professional fee of the doctor covered pala. Sabi ko akala ko like yung iba yung payment ng 2,000 kasi in-explain ng billing sa kanya na may ano pa, may professional fee at doctor's fee. So, ayun, like, I just realized na if ever wala akong money, if ever wala akong extra, so I have to use my credit card. And then, like, after that, if wala akong mabayad, so I was like, it's so big, 8,000 to 10,000 pesos is already big for just one day in emergency room. So, yun lang. I'm still young, I'm still 23, and I don't want to spend that amount um, because because of one symptoms or illness that I didn't know that I have. Like some of my friends told me like you're still young to have vertigo. Even my teacher told me you're still young to have vertigo. I was like, yes, I didn't expect that, but I was like, I was grateful, I was thankful na um I don't have to spend much, and then I'm just happy na I invested in this insurance instead. So that's it. So to guide us further, we're honored to have our AXA branch head with us today, bringing value, insights, and experience in health protection, Mr. Michael Manabat.
Okay, sige. So thank you so much, Daphne, for sharing your story with us. No, so we have thousands of people who already had claims with healthcare access, and the problem is, what if more than that yung babayaran natin sa hospital? What if 500,000? What if umabot ng 1 million, di ba? So that's where we are protected at the most, no? So hindi ka na magkakaroon ng financial crisis during your health crisis. No? So I know you have lots of questions and you can use the chat box and we will answer those questions. But let me share to you mga FAQs muna para baka ma-cover na natin lahat ng mga questions ninyo and you don't have to ask it anymore. Okay? So to give you an idea lang muna, paano ba talaga nag-work yung inpatient care ni AXA? So AXA will cover hospitalization fees, basically including the room and boarding, the professional fees, as like mentioned by Daphne, no, and other services naman ng treatment na needed during the hospitalization. Now, for example, you're 30 years old and you got the HCA plan, no, na premium, na prime, for 2 million na coverage yung annual benefit limit natin. So once na-diagnose, so for example, itong client natin is na-diagnose ng dengue and yung na-admit siya sa large private room. Kasi gusto natin, di ba? At least pag na-hospitalize tayo, medyo comfortable din naman, no? At least yung mga major hospitals natin, covered naman tayo doon. Now, for if yung bill natin sa hospital, pakita nyo lang yung card na gaya ng ginawa ni Daphne, no, na pinakita lang yung card, yung total bill niya umabot ng 650,000 for the dengue case, no? So 30 years old, lalaki na nun. 650,000 na bill, sobrang laki na yon. So as ruled by the government, kailangan i-deduct yung PhilHealth na portion kasi if you don't have the PhilHealth portion, babayaran natin yung PhilHealth na portion. That's government mandate, hindi yan mandated by AXA. No, so buong Pilipinas yan. Kahit any HMO company or any company na nagpo-provide ng hospitalization, ganun pa rin yung rules nila. No? So, for example, yung balance niya is 640 na lang minus nung sa PhilHealth, no? So I'm sure hindi na enough yung PhilHealth natin, tama? So yung plan niya na 2 million, meron siyang babayaran ng hospital bill na 640. So the 640 will be covered by AXA. Meron pa siyang naiwan na 1.3 million. So for the case of Daphne, in case na siya yung na-diagnose ng dengue, God forbids, no? Meron pa siyang sana naiwan na 360,000 kasi 1 million yung coverage na kinuha niya. Now, pag renew niya the following year ni Pete, no, si Peter, no, si Peter at age 30, pag renew niya, babalik yung annual benefit niya to 2 million. No, hindi siya lifetime benefit. Yun yung maganda. Every year meron siyang 2 million na coverage. Just like Daphne, 1 million a year yung coverage niya. Okay? So if you have questions with regards to that, please type in sa chat box natin. Now, there are questions that we encountered sa post ni Daphne. Umabot na yata ng 500,000 yung views ni Daphne. Tama ba? Umabot na. Ang dami na, no? So, we receive a lot of questions. So, ito yung mga one of the questions, no? Can I get a healthcare access even if I'm outside the Philippines? No? So, across the board, across all insurances, kailangan mong at least nandito ka sa Philippines or Philippine resident ka or you have to return to the Philippines bago ka maka-avail or bago ka makakuha ng healthcare access. So especially since the plan is tied up to local healthcare network. So hindi siya covered outside the country kung hospitalization benefit. But if in case, emergency case naman, and you already have the healthcare access, just like Daphne, no, mahilig siyang mag-travel, covered pa rin tayo for emergency care outside the Philippines. Okay? I hope it's clear. Now, if I have pre-existing conditions, can I still get approved? Yes, the answer is yes, but it depends on the assessment. Depende yan sa sakit ninyo. So, AXA will evaluate your medical history and the possible outcome, tatlo lang naman yan. No, so, it's either magiging standard approval if yung condition natin minor lang naman. Tapos, yung pangalawa is ma-approve siya pero with exclusion. No? So tatanggalin lang natin yon, especially kung yung condition na yon medyo malala na. Now, ang third is, ito na yung kinakatakutan natin. Baka ma-decline tayo, kaya while we are still healthy, you need to get a good health plan. Kasi pag ito, na-decline na tayo, hindi na talaga tayo makakuha ng healthcare access or any of the healthcare plan in the Philippines already. No? So very important, yung pre-existing condition natin dapat hindi naman yan automatically covered, no? Para automatically na covered, pero ipatry lang natin, no? Ipa-approve lang natin. So dapat full disclosure lang tayo kasi non-declarations, ito ha, importante. Non-declarations can void the claims and no refund kasi fraud na yung application natin. Tama? So talk to your financial advisor and declare whatever yung mga sakit-sakit natin previously para hindi na yan maging problema when we do claims. Okay? So is there a waiting period to avail after I get approved? The answer is yes, meron namang waiting period yan. Pero kung mga preventive care lang naman like dental, it's already always available after 6 months. Pero kung nag-annual payment ka, available na agad yan. No? So, pwede naman. So, major condition, for example, cancer, heart attack, stroke, meron yang waiting period na at least 1 year kasi hindi yan nangyayari. Yung mga illness na ganito, hindi na nangyayari within the year, di ba? Prolong na yan, pre-existing na yan. So, meron tayong mga condition na waiting period yan after 1 year. But for emergency, hospital admission, consultations, laboratory tests, wala na tayong waiting period. No? The, the tawag nito, yung claims natin is already available upon activation ng plan natin. Okay? So if I get my health insurance here in the Philippines, can I still get covered when I'm abroad? The answer is yes. Pero you need to be based in the Philippines to be able to get the health insurance and to be able to get a local coverage. So this is all true with regards to all insurance companies. Meron tayong tinatawag na cross-border policy. Kasi imagine mo na lang, no, yung mga taga Singapore magbenta sa atin dito sa Philippines, patay tayong lahat, no. So wala nang career ang mga financial advisors dito sa Philippines. Now, once you have a policy, yes, you're covered even when you travel abroad. Okay? So if I don't have PhilHealth, no, I don't have PhilHealth, can I still get a health insurance plan with AXA? The answer is yes, you can. However, as government mandate, you will pay the portion of PhilHealth deductible. So as I mentioned kanina sa example natin. So if you don't have PhilHealth membership, babayaran mo lang naman yung portion ni PhilHealth. So yun yung magiging out of pocket mo. Baka kasi sabihin, yung iba kasi nag-claim no, na hindi ka rin kinover lahat ni AXA, wala pala silang PhilHealth. So yun yung mga portion na babayaran natin. Ha? So that's part of your policy and that's part of the government mandate. No? Hindi yan sa AXA. Now, may tinatanong naman with regarding to letter of authorization. What is an LOA? Yan yung document na ni AXA that allows cashless consultation, laboratory procedures, and of course, ma-reserve natin yung facility na gusto natin. You need to get a letter of authority. Kahit naman kasi pumunta tayo ng doktor ngayon, sabihin mo, kailangan mo ng ultrasound. Baka hindi available yan kasi meron nga tayong mga nakapila dyan sa hospital. So, get an LOA or letter of authorization para ma-schedule ahead yung mga procedures na gusto natin. So, kailan ba natin kailangan ng LOA? For outpatient consultations, diagnostics, and yung mga scheduled procedure lang naman. Kasi pag emergency, no need na yung LOA no, or LOA. So how to request? No, you can request this via your advisor or through our app. Meron tayong EMA app na pwede nyo gamitin or yung mga hospital coordinator. Punta ka lang sa hospital, mag-request ka doon ng LOA. Now, is LOA needed for emergency? Again, no. You go directly to the hospital. Pag emergency niya, huwag niyo na kaming tawagan. Dumiretso na tayo sa emergency room. Diretso na tayo for immediate care. No? Especially if 10:10 na talaga yung sakit natin. Okay? So can I use it anywhere? So lahat ng mga AXA accredited providers or lahat ng mga hospitals na nag-a-accept din ng MaxiCare. Kasi tie up nga tayo with MaxiCare. So is the approval guaranteed? Hindi po yan guaranteed lahat ng approval. Kasi depende po yan sa coverage ninyo Depende pa yan kung medically necessary. Kasi yung iba gusto lang talagang tawag nito, magpa CT scan kahit wala namang nafe-feel na sakit. Gusto lang niya, di ba? So hindi yan pwede kahit na pumunta ka sa doktor ngayon. Kung gusto mo magpa CT scan, hindi yan ma-approve ng doktor kung wala ka nafe-feel na sakit. Kahit na magbayad ka pa, hindi yan pwede. Tama? So wala na yung waiting period. No? So processing time usually it takes a day or a few working days. Depende yan sa number of bulk ng mga nagre-request for LOA. Pero normally, ano naman yan, within the same day, meron na yan. Okay? So, clarifications for Q&A, let's use the chat box. If you have questions, please type it in. Guys, pwede kayong mag-questions ha. So, I would like to ask about the renewability of the plan after I claim for one critical condition, or like, how much does it cost for the next succeeding? Uy, very good questions. I really like this question kasi we have um, a clause with AXA or with our healthcare access na you are guaranteed renewable the following year. And no matter how much yung nagamit natin, like yung example natin, gumamit siya ng 640,000 na worth of claims, no? Worth of claims. The following year, yung increase ng premium mo is only based on your age, not based on your claims. Okay? Unlike yung mga local HMO natin, pag tumaas yung claims natin, tataas din yung premium. Times 2, times 3, or possible decline ka na the following year. But here with AXA, pag nakapasok tayo na healthy pa, the following year, you can renew. Okay? So is there hospital, and I hope that answered your question, no? Is there hospital accreditation of AXA in Mindanao? Yes, lahat ng major hospital po ng Mindanao, covered po natin yan, no? Majority, no? So we will give you a list. You can contact whoever, the person who invited you here. Kung si Daphne yun, PM lang kayo kay Daphne. No? So, or sino ba yung nag-invite sa inyo? You can PM them and we can give you the list of hospital accredited natin. Okay? So, any more questions? Wala na. Grabe. Na-answer ba natin lahat ng mga questions natin? Any more questions? Ayan. Are there any limitation the coverage of AXA healthcare access, like there are caps on doctor's fees, room accommodation, or overall bill? So yung mga tawag nito, yung mga inner limits na tinatawag nila. Okay, so for doctor's fee, actually meron yung Bureau of mga hospitals and doctors, no, na meron talaga yung nakaset na limit to protect us, mga patients, na hindi sila mag-overbill. Kasi nga baka 10,000 lang yung 10,000 lang yung um, right price for the operation, pero binibill ka ni client ng 50,000. 'Di ba? So it's also for us to be protected. Kaya yung ibang doktor hindi tumatanggap ng mga HMO or mga hospitalization kasi nga gusto nila mas mataas pa dun yung sisingilin nila sa atin. Yes, the answer.
Doctor in the room.
Meron tayong mga doctors, no? So hindi naman lahat ganun, ha. So I'm just saying na meron talagang mga doctors na mas mataas yung singil nila compared sa normal na rate. So yung normal na rate is already approved by all the doctors and clinic, yung mga organizations naman nila. Meron din naman sila to capture the parang right rates, no, for consultations, for operations, meron lahat yan, meron lang gate. So for the room accommodation naman, up to 4,500 naman yung sa healthcare access, kung minimal lang, no. Yung sa 500 to 1 million, 4,500 na yan. So 6,500 per room per day. No? So pag ginamit natin yung private room, so I think sa Cebu lang alone, nasa ano na yan, mga 2,000 to 3,000 lang yan ang private room. But in Mindanao, I think almost the same. But in Manila, around 4,000 to 4,500 yung mga private room nila. No? So the question is, kung mas mataas, di ba? Baka may mag-question din sa inyo. Paano kung gusto ko suite room? Yung suite room nasa 6,000 to 7,000. So ano mangyayari? 4,500 lang yung coverage ko. So ang mangyayari doon, kung ano yung difference, yun lang yung babayaran natin. Okay? So, but be careful lang ha, be careful lang. Kasi kung private room yung rate natin, private room din yung rate ng mga doctors. Tama ba, mga doctors dyan? No? So, ganun ba yon? And then, but if mag-suite room tayo, suite room din yung rate nila. Okay? Mas mataas din yung rate nila. Baka maubos yung 1 million natin agad. Okay? Sige. So, any more questions? No? So, uh, can I hear more questions or wala na tayong questions before we proceed? Ayan. What if may existing policy si client na tas pinili nilang mag-claim ng benefit sa kabila? Can we still claim the benefit of HCA parang parallel with IC's insurance? Okay, very good questions. Very good question again. So, if meron tayong existing plan. For example, meron tayong MaxiCare na 200,000 yung coverage natin. Pwede natin unahin gamitin si 200,000 kay MaxiCare, no? So, pag lumagpas siya ng 200,000, pwede mo na ipasok si AXA. Pero hindi yan pwedeng parallel ha na magki-claim ka dito sa MaxiCare tapos magki-claim ka dito sa AXA sabay. Hindi yan pwede kasi hindi ka pwedeng mag-earn from your policies with the healthcare. So after, no, after ng plan ma-exhaust mo, kahit na 5 yan, pwede yan, no? So exhaust mo muna yung iba, kung gusto mo last mo na gamitin si AXA, pwede din naman. Okay? Sige. So what are pre-existing conditions that commonly declined by AXA and what are the pre-existing conditions are considered by AXA? Meron naman tayong mga list. Most common yan, tama sinabi ni Sarah, no? Yung cancer, stroke, heart attack, yung mga major critical illness na talaga, automatic talaga yan. So there are more than 77 critical illnesses na nasa ano ngayon, na kumakalat sa buong mundo. And then yun, automatic decline talaga. Kaya while we are still healthy, again, let's get a good healthcare plan before it's too late. Kasi kahit na gaano karami yung pera mo, pag nagkasakit na tayo, uubusin lang yan. Diba? And you cannot get a healthcare plan anymore. Okay? So yung diabetes, yes, diabetes, depending. So given that AXA is in partnership with Maxa, how long is usually to take LOA to get approved? And is it advisable to walk in hospital HMO department and get approved? Yes. First is yung time to take to get LOA, normally same day lang naman. You can apply it online, hindi mo na kailangan pumunta sa hospital. But if you want to go to the hospital, pwede naman din. Pero maghihintay ka doon, no? So kung ilan yung nakapila doon, ilan yung nag-accept ng call para to get the LOA, then you just have to wait. Pero kung gusto mo, if it's not emergency naman, alam mo naman na bukas mo pa gagamitin or 3 days from now or next Saturday mo pa gagamitin, get the LOA ahead of time para hindi ka na maghintay, no? So, ayan. So may follow-up check-up, 10 minutes lang doon yun kay Daphne, no? So kay Daphne, parang 10 minutes lang, nakuha niya na yung LOA niya. Okay? Sige, ayan. Any more question? For ang galing talaga ni Jess, ang daming question, no? Ayan yung gusto namin, maraming question. For non-affiliated hospital and doctor, how long will it take for the reimbursement to process? Alam mo yung pinakamabilis natin, Sar? Yung pinakamabilis na
Actually, guys, for the healthcare access local, we did not do reimbursements, no. So the only reimbursements that we can do is if you are in a place where there is no clinic, talaga, walang hospital na accredited ni AXA or MaxiCare. So that is mostly in a very remote area na wala talagang kahit isang doktor, no, na accredited kay MaxiCare or kay AXA. So most of the places, marami tayong accreditation. So we do cashless transaction lang talaga. So no reimbursement. But if ever you are in a place no, na wala talagang accredited na hospital and doctor, then the reimbursement will usually take from within 7 to 12 working days. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, did we answer your question, Jess?
So don't worry, we have so many affiliated doctors and hospitals. We can also give you the list no nationwide, but you can also check on Google kasi ang mga list na yan ay nag-a-update, no? May mga new doctors na nagpa-affiliate. So we can always give you the updated din na list.
Okay. Sige. So, ayan, thank you. Thank you so much, Jess, for sharing your questions with us. And we hope, no, if you have questions, you can PM us, you can PM Daphne, or yung page natin, you can also ask us questions, no. So, thank you so much for your questions and clarification. Ay, mayroon pang humabol. What if the doctor I need is not accredited with AXA? Does not mean I can't. Yung sinabi ni Sarah, no, if wala talaga sa area ninyo na accredited, pwede naman tayong magpa-reimburse. Okay. Sige, thank you.
Area, yes. Sa
So,
Cebu City, sa Visayas, Manila, ang dami talaga. So,
natin.
accredited ng MaxiCare or NEXA.
Okay? Sige. So para mas easier yung life natin, maghanap na lang muna tayo, mag-get na lang tayo ng opinion from a MaxiCare para hindi na tayo maglabas ng pera. Okay? So you can ask your doctor na after. No? So para kung gusto mo talaga gumastos, sige, puntahan mo na yung doktor mo na hindi accredited ng MaxiCare. But ayun, yun lang yung ano natin. No? So dapat wala talagang available. Now, let me share to you lang tawag nito, let me share to you lang yung magkano yung rates. Ito naman yung isa sa mga FAQ natin. Magkano ba talaga? Baka mahal si AXA. No? Baka mahal yung healthcare access. Now, to share with you ano yung mga plans ng ibang companies also. No, to be able to parang compare din, no, para at least alam din natin, hindi kami natatakot na i-share sa inyo kung ano yung mga ibang companies na nag-o-offer ng similar plans, no. But imagine natin for AXA na 1 million plan, yung average na 30 years old, I'm sure mas bata pa yung iba. Nasa ano lang, dalawa yung option natin. Meron tayong light, meron tayong prime. Yung light dapat meron ka na existing plan na parang HMO mo kasi may deductible siya. But we'll discuss this to you offline na lang siguro. But for prime natin, it's only around 38,972 for HCA Prime. Yung lahat ng di-discuss ni Sarah kanina, yung na-share namin sa inyo kanina, lahat yun, benefits yun na yun lahat. But for example, for itong AIA company, meron din sila, pero yung premium nila umaabot na ng 48,500 with similar plan. For Manulife naman, the same din, no? Pero ito may deductible. Imagine mo ang gagastusin mo dito, 150,000 plus 18,191. So that's around 168,000 before ka maka-claim, di ba? So dapat lumagpas muna ng 150,000 yung bill mo. Ito yung kinuha ng sister-in-law ko eh. No, kaya nga pinagalitan ko. Bakit ka kukuha ng ganyan? Eh dapat munang gumastos ka ng 150,000 before ka maka-claim sa healthcare mo. Tama, 'di ba? So magkano binayad mo? 18,000 plus 150,000. Okay? So next is for MaxiCare naman, for 200,000 na coverage, nasa 46,000 na yung individual plan nila. No? So 46,000 na yan. For Medicard naman, around 21,000 already. Pero imagine mo, 120,000 coverage lang compared natin dito sa 1 million na coverage. And of course, for Pacific Cross, nasa ano na yan, nasa 34,500. Almost 35,000. But yung coverage natin dito, mas better pa din compared natin sa ibang company. So at least pinakita na lang namin sa inyo. No? So you can have your research here. Ayan na, nandiyan na yan. Hindi nyo na kailangan mag-research. Andito na lahat yan. Binigay na namin sa inyo to make your decision. So I saw your kaya binigyan namin kayo ng ng instruction na to really put your age and your gender kasi ito yung titingnan natin. Meron ako nakita dito na mga age, ano ba tong mga nandito? Age 26 na female, 22 na female, 27 na male, may 25. So ang gagawin lang natin, check nyo lang dito. Kung gusto niyo ng prime na 500,000, for example, tingnan natin kay Jess, no, 25 years old. Ito lang po yung premium natin, no? 33,102. Kung i-divide po natin yan ng 12, magkano lang yun? Less than 3,000. Nasa 2,500 lang yata yan per month. And you already have 500,000 coverage. Now, if you want to check double the coverage, no? 1 million. Gagawin nating 1 million yung plan mo, mag-a-add ka lang ng 3,000. Ganon kaya ito yung decision ni Daphne. It's so easy to get the 1 million na policy because from 33,000 to 38,000, nasa 3,000 pa din yung premium natin. Okay? So it's very affordable compared mo dun sa coverage na makukuha natin. Now, if you are more than 40 years old, we'll show you the next slide. No, kung male naman tayo, like for example, 27 male. No, for 27 male, 37,000 yung 500,000 and 42,000 naman kung male, ito palang male, baliktad pala yung sa akin. Ito pala, male, 27, 38. Mas mura si male compared sa female kasi mas maraming sakit-sakit yung mga babae. Tama ba? Sa younger age yata yan, no? So pag tumanda na, mas marami na yung sakit ng mga older male. Okay, sige. So, but if you want to get 2 million, you want to get the 3, 4 million, 5 million, PM lang tayo. We'll share this tawag nito list yung ano natin, yung premium list natin para at least you can get your or make a screenshot and then you can check it out. No, so for 40 years old to 60 years old, hanggang 60 years old lang po tayo pwedeng kumuha nito. But you are covered until age 75. You can renew until age 75. Kasi doon naman yun no? No majority sa mga HMO natin, doon na nagkasakit at the age of 63, 64, 65. Wala na silang coverage sa ibang insurance company. But here with AXA, hanggang age 75 po tayo. Pwede tayong mag-renew. And your premium will just go up based on your age, not based on your claim. So kung marami tayong claim at the age of 40,000 yung premium natin, the following year, 41,000 lang babayaran natin. Di ba? 1,000 lang yung difference or less than 1,000. Okay? So clear? No? Clear naman yung mga premiums natin, no? So you can also extend this to your family. So if you have a husband or a wife, no, you can actually get a family plan. Kahit dalawa lang kayo, meron na po tayong 10% reduction sa total premium. No? So parang 10% discount, no? So kailangan si Daphne, dapat pag-renew ni Daphne yung pag married na si Daphne, kailangan masali yung husband niya dito. Tama ba? Para may discount na tayo na 10%. Okay? Sige. So now to close the session, I'd like to call on our partner also here, si Sarah Jane Dalton again, one of our senior unit head of AXA Philippines. Okay?
Right, so everyone, thank you so much for being here again, and let me just go through the requirements, no? For sure, may mga nag-PM din sa akin. What are the requirements? Okay, so can we also share the list? Okay, so are you ready, guys? Please take a screenshot or a picture of this. So we only need to ask 3 items from you. Okay, so here you go. The first one is what we call client information sheet. It's a link, okay, and also the QR code that will lead you to the application form or the client information sheet, wherein you have to input advisor name. By the way, before I forget, no, let me announce to everyone that Daphne Maata is already a newly licensed financial advisor of AXA Philippines. No? So she has a lot of stories to tell and she can surely help a lot of Filipino families already. So that is why now you can put her name already since she's already a licensed financial advisor. So name of advisor, Daphne Maata, and you can put your email address of Daphne. And then for the product solution, if you want to choose healthcare access plan, what we're talking about earlier, you have to click on that one. Yes, we have different other plans. We have My Life Choice. This is for your retirement need or children's education if you have kids. Global Health Access is another HMO that will cover international treatments. Health Max, if you are from abroad and wanna come by in the Philippines to sign up for application and to have a plan na magagamit doon sa labas na outside the country, Health Max can take care of your hospital bills outside the country through a cash benefit. No? So we also have Health Max Elite, mas maraming coverage also na ika-cover natin dyan. AXA Secure Future, we're also sharing to you the guaranteed fund, no, with 8% guaranteed payout yan, with 3% dividend. Si AXA Secure Future, best for early retirement and best also for children's education or for business in the future. Health Start also is a life insurance plan that covers also the top 3 major critical conditions, cancer, stroke, and heart attack. Okay, but for now, if you want to choose the healthcare access, just click on that one for the product solution. And then after that, you will be asked to provide your personal information, your beneficiaries, and then health questionnaires will also be part of this client information sheet through this QR code and through the link that we share here on the chat box. So also please don't forget not to for the financial advisor and email address, just write the person who invited you. So because not everyone here are from the TikTok audience of Daphne, some of them are from our financial advisors. So the person who invited you, just ask for their full name and email address. Yun ang ilalagay natin sa data above. Okay, so that's the first one. Just fill it out, your personal information. Second is just send us your valid government ID. So make sure merong signature yan, may photo, at saka valid siya. And the third requirement, just a selfie picture with your ID. Kasi wala tayong signature dito. Kasi we are from different parts of the Philippines. So just have your selfie, take a selfie picture holding your valid government ID. Make sure lang na readable yung letters ng nasa ID ninyo at saka no sleeveless lang for the upper wear. And please take note, if you are here from Daphne's invitation, please take note of her Facebook, contact number, email address, and this is also her Facebook account name at the upper right of the page. You can save this and you can send us the 3 requirements. Of course, first to send, meron tayong priority list, no? Because there are so many people also that we have to are in the queue, no? So meron pa tayong mga next sessions dito, and in the past few days nagse-session na rin tayo sa mga nag-i-inquire, no? So we will be processing all your applications. Kung sino yung nauna, no? We will start from the first person na nag-submit. Okay, and if you have questions for the requirements, please don't forget and just don't hesitate to PM us. Okay, so that's it. Let me call back, no, Sir Michael Manaba to close the session.
Okay, sige. So thank you so much for attending this short session. And we hope that if you have questions, you PM us. And if you have clarifications, we are open naman to answer your questions. Also, to end this session, I'd like just to share to you na normally ito yung ano natin, gusto natin talagang ayaw bayaran. No? There are two things people do not like to pay. No, number one is insurance, no? Ay talaga natin magbayad kahit ako ayaw ko magbayad, pero it's necessary kasi yung alternative is paying the hospital bill. So ano bang mas practical for us? Yung paying a small amount, naka-installment pa siya, parang naka-quarterly lang, semi-annual lang, hindi pa bulto yung ano natin, yung babayaran natin, or pag na-admit na tayo sa hospital, one time, big time, and sky is the limit. Possible yan, yung 1 million natin, sobrang liit na lang yan. No? So, it's best that we do risk management and we prepare in case tragedy or things like this happens to us. No? So, it's good to have it, no, than not have it, no. Parang it's so easy for us to be able to move forward, no, na hindi na tayo nagka tawag nito, nagka health crisis na nga tayo, baka meron pa tayong financial crisis. And with that, thank you so much, and I hope we'll see you more soon and we'll talk to you more soon. Thank you so
Can we
much.
take a picture as well, everyone? So when you avail, you will already have The standard kasi the process then is we can see your face, no? So if you can turn on your camera, please do so, and we will take a picture on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Sige. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And we can still continue with the Q&A if you still have more questions until you get insured. No? So let's make sure that you will all get insured. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.